Hello and welcome back, fellow foolish mortals, to the most foolish channel on the internet. I am back. Wow, surprise! Since you have last seen my face, a lot has happened. I've had a hernia, a birthday, 2 separate infections. One of my best friends got married. I was a bridesmaid. She walked down the aisle to Last I See the Light from Tangled. It was beautiful. I've been taught in towers twice. I got stuck on a ride, so... But yes, here I am, here we are. I am recovered from my injuries, well, my hernia, and also my infections. So I'm back, I'm in front of you, and I hope you enjoy my little video here. I'm wearing a top from Pickle Vicks, absolutely fabulous. As you can see from here, the collection is always so gorgeous. I have a lot of the Haunted Mansion / Phantom Manor merchandise that Pickle Vicks has done. You can actually use the code Foolish Pickle for 10% off your order. Okay, so let's crack on to today's video. I'm stood up. I'm filming this on a Friday after work, and I'm very tired, so I feel like if I sit down and film this video, I might just fall asleep. And I need my energy, so we're gonna crack on. Let's do this. Okay, so you know that tier thing where people rate their, like, whatever. So people have been doing this a long time ago, and now the trend's kind of died out, so now I'm doing it. Fashionably late, okay? Fashionably late. Okay, so I'm going to be doing it actually with Disneyland Paris rides. I miss Disneyland Paris. It is back open, but I still don't have any plans to go because I am saving for my own house. My bottom tier is a bad apple, you know, like that poisoned apple from Snow White. So that's my lowest tier. And following from here, we have Even Miracles Take a Little Time, because it means that it's not entirely awful, but it's not brilliant. I don't particularly love it, you know. I mean, it's just like, don't really like it, you know. I could give it a miss. Following from that, this is our meh area. It's like our meh, it's just like meh. Okay, so that is Hakuna Matata. No worries. I have no worries towards this. I mean, it's just very meh. Don't know if I'm really using that phrase correctly, but it's Hakuna Matata. I don't know. Then this one here, this is Magical Adventure. So Magical Adventure is basically, I really like the ride. I think it's really fun. It is a magical adventure. I do really want to miss out on this ride when I do go to a Disney park. But if I have to, yeah, no, I don't. It's fine. And then here is like a godly tier. You know what I mean? This is our peak tier. So this is to infinity and beyond. So there's this here. This is my tier. Okay. So I'm just going to go through the different rides, just a few of them, not all of them. There are quite a few, and then just give you my opinions on the tiers. Yes, feel free to play along, give me your opinions down below. While you're down there, feel free to click subscribe and also that like button. That would be greatly appreciated. So please and thank you. You know, if you want to. Let's do this. Our first one, we have Small World. It's a small world. I mean, this is a difficult one for me because some people see it up here, some people see it right down here. I kind of see Small World as something that I have to go on every trip because it is a classic. I like the history behind it, but you know, it's just not... So I find it very annoying, and now the song is in my head. I think it's Even Miracles Take a Little Time, because I don't absolutely hate it, but I like Even Miracles Take a Little Time. It could be better in my opinion. I don't want them to actually do anything to it or upgrade it, but yeah, if they were to make a new modern version of it that had nothing to do with the original, like if it was coming out for the first time now, I would not want it to be the way that it is currently. Does that make sense? Big Thunder Mountain. I really enjoy Big Thunder Mountain. It's actually one of my favourite rides at Disney, even though it's not like an actual thrill ride, it was a family ride. I always have to get a fast pass for it though. To be fair, I would call this a magical adventure. I think that this is a really good magical adventure, and it's great for the family as well. I think it's good. It's the wildest ride in the wilderness. That's terrible. Never let me do that again. Hyperspace Mountain. I mean, it was better as Space Mountain, wasn't it? But Hyperspace Mountain is still good. I definitely still really enjoy that. It's one of my favourites there again, but it could be better. It could be. So again, I would call this a magical adventure. I love the feeling of Space Mountain. Why have they not done an overlay of Star Wars? It was meant to be temporary, by the way. And then they haven't changed any of the queues, so you feel like you're going to go onto Space Mountain. Like, it's very sort of, still very steampunk, isn't it? Doesn't make sense to me, doesn't correlate. Phantom Manor. Now, what do you think I am going to be saying about Phantom Manor? Please, take your guesses. Put your bets in. What am I putting Phantom Manor? I'm going to put it all the way up here, because obviously it's an amazing themed ride. Haunted Mansion is also great, and I'd also love to experience Mystic Manor. I love the concept art, I love the story of Phantom Manor. I think it is the best version, by the way, in my opinion. And I love the animatronics, I like the effects, I like the whimsy and the hauntingness. It deserves this godly placement of infinity and beyond. And then in a similar retrospect is actually Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm putting it up there for literally the exact same reasons. It's just a great ride. I actually consider Pirates and Phantom pretty much on par, but because I actually love the theming of Pirates as well, and the smells good. I like the vibe of Phantom a lot more, like in a general sense, but I consider Pirates basically the same as Phantom, just more on water. Do you know what I mean? Okay, moving on swiftly to Dumbbell. Dumbbell. People love Dumbbell. People love Dumbbell. They love it as like a classic, don't they? I do not. I just don't. I think you get some nice views. To be fair, you get some lovely views of Fantasyland and Disneyland Paris. You go around in a circle, up there a little bit. You get to make Dumbbell go up and down. Not that you ever really do. It's brilliant for children. But for me personally, I don't think that it deserves a bad apple placement, honestly. I think it deserves one higher. Even miracles take a little time. Okay, now let's fly on. See what I did there? Snow White, oh my gosh. The Snow White version of the dark ride at Disneyland Paris is just... I wish it didn't exist. I wish they had the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I'd actually really love that, to be honest with you. I really want to go on that ride. Snow White, they've tried, I can see they tried doing upgrades, they tried to make it a bit more modern. It's a bit smoother now than it used to be, and the evil queen isn't quite as much. Apple. The mannequin at the end, that mannequin at the end is a bad apple. Okay, it is that full poisoned apple, I do not like it. Next is Peter Pan. Oh, I love the movie Peter Pan. Peter Pan is one of my absolute favourite Disney movies ever, to be honest with you. It's probably my favourite old Disney movie, that along with Alice in Wonderland. I'm not really sure which one I like more, to be honest. And I'd love to go to Neverland. And Peter Pan's flight really does take you there. I actually really enjoy Peter Pan's flight. I hate the queue. Good luck getting a fast pass. I've been able to do it twice to get a fast pass to go on it. But that queue is not worth that queue. But the ride itself is really effective, it's really good. It's the best of those three dark rides, Snow White, Pinocchio and Peter Pan. It's really hard because I do enjoy it. But I have missed it out and been completely chill with that, so I probably have to put it in that meh pile. Hakuna Matata. I love it, but I just can't. I don't cry my eyes out if I don't go on it, so I think it is Hakuna Matata. Next is Pinocchio. Now, Pinocchio is very slightly better than Snow White, but only very, very slightly. And I really could miss that out. I think the best thing is if you just go to Fantasyland at the end of the day. It's basically a walk-on ride, especially if you go off-peak season. But I think that the Pinocchio ride, it's kind of that in-between like a bad apple and miracles take a little time, you know what I mean? It's kind of that in-between. But I think it's going to need to go in the bad apple pile. And I'm sorry, Pinocchio, I really am. Because you are slightly better than Snow White, so you do not deserve to be paired with that. However, this is what it is. Onwards to Indiana Jones and the Temple of Peril or Doom, or however it translates in English. You know that one, the one with like the really rickety slow loop and you grab it onto your bag so they don't fall off. That one. Why don't they just put the Indiana Jones ride from like Disney World into Disneyland Paris? I mean, they've already got the track layout and all that sort of thing. Like, I know it's like the first upside down ride, blah, 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 blah. And it's got like the history of it. I appreciate that. I understand why you have letters. But I just don't... I'm more than happy to just miss Indiana Jones out completely. I like to go on it, don't get me wrong, only if the queue is short. I am aware that they've had like a full-on rehaul of Indiana Jones since I've last been there, so it might be slightly more smooth. But it used to be very painful, almost. And that loop felt kind of slow. I think that even miracles take a little time. Yeah. Next, the Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast. Now, I do love this ride, to be honest with you. I think it's one of the most underrated rides in Disneyland Paris. A lot of people seem to forget it exists, and I'm not really sure why, because I genuinely think it's a really good ride. I think that it's actually quite fun to just not even like laser blast, but also have a look at the scenery. It's more fun doing the blasty thing, but it is cool. It is a really fun ride. They've got some really cool effects. The guns work. It's fun to move your cart around and just get all spinny. I mean, it's not a thrill ride, but as far as those sort of shooty laser gun type rides go, I think it's one of the best, to be honest with you. I genuinely think it could be pretty high. I don't want to give it like the Infinity and Beyond rating, even though I feel like I should just because it's Buzz Lightyear, but I just can't bring myself to do that in this case. So it does have to just go one below, which I think it is right. I think it deserves the Magical Adventure spot. I feel like a weather girl. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing there really, like it's just a wall. Okay, our next one is Casey Jr. The Casey Jr. is kind of like the junior version of Big Thunder Mountain, I suppose, just being like the Dumbbell train. I always forget how much I actually quite enjoy it when I'm on, like, you know what I mean? Like when I'm sort of queuing for another skill one, and I'm just kind of like, I'm not bothered. When I actually get on there, I do always seem to have a good time. It is quite a fun ride, like it's not a thrill ride by any means, but I do actually like the ride, weirdly enough, and you can kind of go back with them. You can have some fun on that ride, and it's beautifully themed, and I love the tune. And I also like the scenery because you go obviously over that storybook canal thing. So I think the Hakuna Matata, like it's not the best. It is if you're like a little kid, but I am not. And then we have our next one, which is Tower of Terror. I like this ride. I like this ride a lot. I chickened out of this ride the first time I was going to go on it when I was 14. I haven't chickened out of it since then. Like I have been on it a few times now. But it's a really good ride, and I love that Are You Brave Enough type theme that they did when they like, sort of changed it to be just in the 2019 season, I think it was, for Halloween, and I loved that version so much. And I like the different drop sequences because you don't know what you're going to get, and I just like the whole spooky vibe. I just really like it. I like this ride. I like it a lot, so I think it deserves this peak rating for Infinity and Beyond. I think you deserve to be up there and not drop. You're staying, okay? And then we have a Crush's Coaster. Now, Crush's Coaster, super fun. I like Crush's Coaster. Hate the queues. Have to go on single rider, and then even still, when I can queue for like an hour. Why does it always break down? I don't think I have ever been in that queue and it not broken down at least once. The one time it was evacuated whilst we like gave up on the queue or something. But yeah, it's not probably not the best ride to actually get stuck on either. Once you actually get on Crush's Coaster, this is a really good ride, and I was genuinely surprised because I thought it was going to be like, you know, just a normal one of those. I mean, it kind of is just a normal one of those, but you got that like traditional type of like dark red pre-show before you go into almost like a thrill ride, and it's quite shocking, really. I didn't realise how, like, not intense, but kind of like intense that it was. I don't think I can give it like the Infinity and Beyond rating. I can definitely give it the one below it. So there you go, Crush's Coaster. I think that's where you belong. Well, you're very close. And we have Star Tours. Star Tours. I used to love this ride so much, and this kind of pains me, but I just don't think it's that good. It literally used to be one of my favourite rides, like ever. Yeah, I think it's one of the only simulation rides that really work on me because I'm not that like sensitive to movement, but that one moves, you know. There's one showing that really works for me, but like the rest of them, I just find it's like the other one is just like meh. I think I've done like 4 different variations now. I think there's 7. I can't remember. I think I've done 4 different variations. One of them for me was good. I didn't like that risk. I'd rather it should all be good. You know what I mean? So therefore, miracles. They take some time. Our last one that I'm going to be doing today for you is like the other main one, I guess, is going to be Ratatouille. Ratatouille I don't think is as good as when it first opened. I think it actually used to be a whole lot better. It's still really good. I mean, the queues aren't quite as long as they used to be again, but I like to go on single rider with that as well because you're never really interacting with those. It's very effective, it's very fun. I think a lot of people like it more than I do. It's never really been my favourite one. Yes, I do like the ride. It is what it is, really. I mean, I can appreciate it. I can appreciate the whole thing, but yeah, it's kind of my Hakuna Matata, you know what I mean? Okay, so I think that those are all of the main rides that I'm going to be doing for you today. Do you agree with my list? Have a look at my list. Do you agree with this? Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Do you like me standing up for videos? Do you like my new background? Please do let me know. But yes, thank you very much for coming along. Hopefully you'll see my face again soon. I'm not going to get super ill again. It is what it is. I hope that you have a magical rest of your day. Bye!